Imagine abandoning your urban lifestyle to live on a farm to grow delicious food in harmony with nature. That's what one couple did, and Disney Plus is sharing their story in an Earth Day special called The Biggest Little Farm, The Return. John and Molly Chester join us to talk about their 10-year tireless journey as they transform the land into a magical working farm and document the whole process in this heartwarming special. Welcome to the both of you.
Hi, thanks for having us.
Yeah, we're excited to talk about you guys. And John and Molly, when you tell people your story about ditching the urban life to living on a farm, what's their reaction?
Well, when we made the film, The Biggest Little Farm, which is the feature that was made a few years ago, and then what's coming out now is this follow-up, I think from the very beginning, people thought we were crazy because our whole idea was that we were going to actually harness the forces of nature, use the wildlife, the predator species that exist within an ecosystem, and try to find some form of coexistence to build a farm in the image of nature, essentially. So they thought that was crazy because they didn't even think we knew anything about farming, which was 100% true.
And what inspired you two to make this big life change almost 10 years ago?
It was kind of all a means to the end of eating really great food. I really like to cook a lot. John liked to eat a lot. And as I got deeper and deeper into what meant a really great plate of food that could change the way you feel, it became about the choices that a farmer makes. And then ultimately, as we learn more about that, it was about the development of the soil. And so our farming techniques are focused on that so that we have great food that we can cook with in the kitchen.
Oh,
The side effect of it is that regenerative farming and building that soil, I was just saying that the side effect of building that soil is the ability for it to, the ability for that, in the process of building soil, it's sequestering carbon out of the atmosphere. Wow. So it's just a very healthy side effect that also works with the climate. But it's an amazing experience to taste the deep flavors from farms that really focus on soil health.
Totally.
Yeah, that true farm to fork lifestyle. And what will people get to see on the new documentary, The Biggest Little Farm, The Return?
Well, for the return special that's on Disney Plus, they're going to get a chance to kind of see where things have gone over the last few years. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of questions about what happened to some of the wildlife and also domestic farm animal characters that have been a part of this journey. And, what's working and what isn't. And we get a chance to really reveal some very humbling experiences in that process and some equally inspiring experiences that are just enough to keep Molly and I going on this crazy wild ride.
If you've seen the film, you're going to get to meet two new characters. Ooh. And if you didn't see the film, you're going to learn the story of the film, but then also get to see the same characters.
Oh, well, that's exciting. And meeting the new characters is always fun, too. And can you tell us more about your farm, Apricot Lane Farms, and how it reflects our planet's biodiversity?
Well, our farm is essentially a microcosm of the way the biosphere works. So we utilize, like I said, wildlife and predatory and beneficial insects to help regulate epidemics of pests and disease that most farms would say, traditional farms from the, or monocrop farms would use pesticides, insecticides in order to kill those things. But in the process of doing that, it actually has collateral damage to other beneficial organisms. So our farming methodology of agroecology or biodynamics or regenerative farming really looks to actually increase biodiversity to help regulate all those issues that normally you have to use strong chemicals for. It makes for a healthier planet, a healthier farm, and certainly really tasty and healthy food.
And you also sell a lot of your organic farm-grown produce, meat, and dairy at local farmers markets. How has that experience connected you to the local community?
Oh, it's so important. That's what inspires us, really, is that local sales to feed your community. John and I believe that it's not each person's decision. It's not about saving the whole world. It's just about providing something that inspires you and can connect you in deeper to your local community. And so it's a patchwork that if we have a lot of these different types of farms that are expressions of their individual community, it'll come together to make an amazing quilt.
I love that. Well, John and Molly, we're excited to see the continuation of your documentary. I'm going to let our viewers know where they can go for more information. The Biggest Little Farm, The Return, is streaming today on Disney Plus.